Miss Universe Nigeria 2024 is no other than Miss Taraba.
Congratulations to Miss Chidima Additional for emerging the winner of the 2024 Miss Universe contest. And it came as a shock to both Nigerians and also to South Africans, considering the fact that Chidima went through a lot in the hands of South Africa. I mean, we all know the backstory. She was in South Africa. She had wanted to contest for their Miss Universe there, but because she wasn't originally from South Africa, she was kicked. And then she came to her home country, Nigeria, and then that was just few weeks or months. No, that was few weeks to the actual contesting day, and she joined the other people, the other contestants, to get ready, and she is announced as the winner. And of course, you know that it wouldn't sit well with many Nigerians and even many South Africans. But then let's see what most people have to say about Miss Chidima. So from the comment section where this post was made, someone said, I just gave myself time to read the comments. So Nigerian people are happy that Chichi won to spite South Africa. What about our own women who gave it all? I mean, who gave their all to be in this competition? They gave their blood, they gave their sweat to become the best. Why Chidima was giving her best to South Africa? And she just came and took the crown because she couldn't do that. I feel so much remorse for those Nigerian ladies who worked hard to be top. I don't want fights. I just came for peace. So if we look at it on the other hand, would observe that it is quite true that Chidima wasn't originally part of the contesting team, and before she came, of course, there were other women that were preparing and practicing for this contest. But then Chidima came, and everybody eventually stood still to welcome Chidima. I understand where that comment is coming from, and if I were to be one of those contestants, I would also feel the same way, because I mean, everybody was not talking about Chidima, considering the fact that she was coming from a neighboring country where she wanted to also contest for Miss Universe, but because of circumstances and trials and temptation, she had to drop and come back to her own country. So I understand that point. I understand that part, because obviously she did not care about the Nigerian Miss Universe, and that was why she was there. I stand to be corrected, but that is just the pain of that sister that dropped that comment. Another Nigerian said, nonsense. When top 5 was announced, only a video was played. Pity win, pity crown. All I see is rub and sentiments. So do you feel like this was a rub, or this was a rub? Do you feel like this was robbery? Because according to people that watched it, it was only a video that was played when the top 5 was called, and I am wondering, why is that so? Could there be a reason as to why that was so? Is it really that Chidima went there to steal or is it that they did it because of a circumstance, because she's gone through a lot in the hands of the South Africans, so they just wanted to pay her back by giving her the crown? Do you really think that that is what happened? Well, it is left for you to answer. Then a South African said, as South Africans, we are happy for her genuinely. I am watching Nigerians express their anger and frustration. Another Nigerian said, wow, all the contestants this were person just is actually feeling like Nigerians, as the organizers knew who expressing was their frustration and all anger. The interviewers were only on her. It was painful how other girls were used, because clearly it wasn't even a competition. It was Chidima's crown. This comment is actually very funny, but then I don't know why people feel like I don't know why Nigerians are feeling like Chidima was a very big threat. I don't think it was so, because from what I watch, I mean from what we watch from this clip, we would know, or we would see that the contestants were solely happy for her when she was crowned. or when she was announced as the winner of the Miss Universe 2024, our opponents that were standing with her, I mean, the person that is going to win the first runner and the second runner up, they were all happy. Although we don't know if it was genuine happiness, but they were all happy and they were clapping for her. I feel like they already knew that she stand a better chance of winning because of her exposure and also because of the humanitarian services that she has engaged herself over the years. Another Nigerian said, why force an identity she did not recognize initially? She was rejected controversially in South Africa, and as soon as possible, she joined the Nigerian pageantry and she was able to compete. So I understand also the point where this person is coming from, because I mean, she was not originally part of the Nigerian contesting team. She did not even recognize them. Had it been everything went well for her in South Africa, she wouldn't have been in this position where she is now. She only came back because she saw that all Nigerians were applauding her and Nigerians were actually feeling pity for her, and she had to come back. Maybe somebody gave her the option, or somebody actually talked her into coming back, and she came back and voila, she's now the winner. So I actually understand where that is coming from. Another Nigerian said, I feel sorry for the original contestant because they had to make room for Chidima to win this so as to save her face. South Africa won't be happy tonight. I don't know why Nigerians feel like Chidima winning is just to pepper South Africans. It is so funny. But of course, I also feel pity for the original contestant because they must have seen Chidima as a very big threat. Although we don't know the capacity, but we know. I mean, Chidima is very good. So it must have been a tough one for them, but then it is what it is. Another Nigerian said, how did she go from being dropped by the South African team and now she's the Miss Taraba with Chidima and Adesina as name? Now wow, I actually understand this very much because as a Nigerian, Chidima originally is names or are names that are born only by the Igbos in Nigeria. And Adesina, on the other hand, is a Yoruba name. So for her to now combine these two names and say she's Miss Taraba, although from the histories that I've read, I read that she is, her mom is from Nigeria, or her dad is from Nigeria, while the mom is from Mozambique. So she has a mix, personality. But is very questionable because why is she only one person is bearing Chidima and only the same person is bearing additional? It gives room for many questions that I think she has to come and address. Another contestant said because she was dishonored in South Africa, she then remembers her roots. Anyways, congratulations. This is another serious one actually. That is what we said earlier. I mean, if she was not disqualified in South Africa, she wouldn't have been here. So I don't know, she should be grateful. She is grateful actually. Another person says she deserves the crown. If you disagree, then provide one contestant who you believe is supposed to win the crown. Well, I also feel like for her to have won this contest, she must have deserved it. I don't believe in injustice, and I think and believe solely that the judges are not going to judge this unfairly. So for her to win this, it is a grace and it is just a luck. I mean, the crown was always going to be for her. It doesn't matter how she came, it doesn't matter the route she followed, it doesn't matter if she had abandoned her own country for a very long time and she's just coming back to just win this. I know it's hot, but I mean, they gave the crown to who merited it. Another person said they should have just handed this crown to her when she landed in Nigeria. This is unfair to the other ladies. It was clear from day one they were going to crown her. Well, I kind of get that because ever since Chidima stepped foot into Nigeria, all the news, all the blogs were just talking about ha. Even before she decided to participate in the contest. So I understand what this person is trying to say. I mean, this person is a Nigerian and she's just telling us that they would have just handed her the crown. And I mean, it would have saved the other girl energy and time. They wouldn't have wasted their money and their time and their energy to work for this. So this other Nigerian said, I wonder who was representing Miss Taraba when she was in South Africa. This is a scam. I feel sorry for the girl who was representing Mr. Araba. I think this is the only valid point. Okay, there are other valid points, but I think this is a point that should not be overlooked. I mean, before Chidima came to Nigeria, when she was previously in South Africa, there would have been a Mr. Araba. So what happened to the Mr. Araba? Was the Mr. Araba or was the former Mr. Araba removed and then Chidima came on board. How did they do it? Nobody's talking about that, and I think that is something we need to talk about. I feel like the former Mr. Abba should just take this as a platform and as a very nice and sweet opportunity to just come out and trend, because how would they eliminate her just like that because somebody from South Africa got rejected and got sent back, and then she decided to come pursue what she never wanted. I mean, this is something that, if there is anybody that should feel the heat or the pain more in this contest, it should be the Mr. Abba. On this note, we're just going to end here, and we are hoping that everything just works out fine. We just hope that the Taraba people, I mean those from Taraba State, are even proud and happy that Chidima won this contest for them. We know it's not an easy one. We know it's not something that both the Nigerians and the South Africa, most people do not actually agree with this whole result. But let love prevail. See you in our next video. Bye.